I'm going to make this real short and sweet. Because I was going to come out and get all pissed off. What's the point? I knew what was coming. Andy Dalton, as a person, I'm not judging you at all. You may be a great person. You may be a loving father. You may be a great husband to your wife. So this is not a personal attack at all. This is professional only. But it's quite simple. When it comes to me, Andy Dalton, your hourglass is up. Just straight up. Your hourglass is up. 10 for 33, 86 yards, I believe, and 3 interceptions was your total stats tonight. Pathetic is probably a compliment for how bad that is. Here's the deal. Andy Dalton, you've had the privilege of being on a team where Mike Brown's the owner. Because any other team, after this week, but I know it won't happen. Our next home game, which is going to be a while now because we're going to be on the road the next 3 weeks, you can't bring Andy Dalton back out on that field. You can't do it. Start Jason Campbell or A.J. McCarron. I'm gun-ho, guns loaded, to go behind them two guys right now over you. Because you're not cut for it. You can't get it done. It's simple. Every time Andy Dalton, you're in prime time, you choke. This is nothing new. You've done it 3 straight years in the playoffs. You did it against New England. Now you're doing it against Cleveland. When you're on national television, it's done, Andy Dalton. You're not cut for this job. You're not cut earning to be the starting quarterback. At this point, if we traded you, if anybody's going to take you, it's going to be to be a backup quarterback, not a starter. You're not a starter, Andy Dalton. That's just the way it is. I'm not saying everything that's happened this season is your fault, but what I do know is that 10 out of 33, 86 yards and 3 interceptions is absolutely inexcusable no matter which way you flip the coin. Granted, our defense is banged up and our defense is not that good this year, but it doesn't excuse the fact of how you performed tonight. It's absolutely ridiculous. You were kind of reminding me of Geno Smith right away, throwing them 3 interceptions. Now, you didn't do it as quick, but you know what? You damn near did. I mean, the first drive you came out, 2 passes, you threw an interception, Cleveland got a touchdown. Guys, it's simple. You Andy Dalton nut huggers, just stay off my page because you're not going to convince me one bit that this guy's the answer. He's not. We clearly see that. He is not the answer. We need to either draft a quarterback, start A.J. McCarron, Jason Campbell, out of the question. He's a temporary solution. He's too old. But I would rather start Jason Campbell at this point over Andy Dalton. I've said that. I said at the beginning of the season before A.J. McCarron came into the picture that I was gung-ho to start Jason Campbell week 1. You guys all know that. Andy Dalton, I haven't believed in you in the last 2 years. Like I said, quite frankly, you got an owner who refuses to spend money, is consistently mediocre with this team, if not worse. You got a head coach that's been in the league his 12th year now, and he's 0-5 in the playoffs, and obviously doesn't know what he's doing. And like I said, it's just the facts. The facts are there. I don't know how to describe how disappointed I am in this team. We're 5-3-1, but look at the math. Every game that we've lost, we've gotten blown out. 43-17 against New England. The only reason we scored 17 points because it was in garbage time when nobody gave a shit. We got routed 27-0 at Indianapolis, and tonight we got routed at home 24-3. Our first loss at home in the regular season in the last 2 years. So Andy Dalton, for me, enough's enough. It's done. I don't want to see you on that field. It's not my decision. But as long as you're on that field, I'm not watching another Bengals game. I ain't doing it. And I don't care if that takes 2 or 3 years. I'm not doing it. I got a better chance, and I'm on camera right now, and I'm going to say this. I got a better chance of getting bitten by a great white shark tonight, and I live in South Dakota, than there's a better chance of that happening than you taking us to the Super Bowl. I mean, that's just the way it is. You're garbage. You're a backup. You're not. I don't even think I'd want you as a backup at this point because most backups play better than you at this point. So that's the way it is. Not really much more to say. We go to New Orleans next week, and I'm telling you right now, we're gonna get fucking slaughtered. I already know it. We're at New Orleans, at Houston, at Tampa Bay, and then come back home against Pittsburgh. Out of them 4 games, which one are we gonna win? The way Andy Dalton's playing and this garbage fucking team is playing. Which one are we going to win? Tampa Bay? Not so fast. Look how bad we played against Jacksonville at home. I ain't so sure we can beat Tampa Bay. I know Mike Glennon puts up better numbers than fucking Andy Dalton does. Mike Glennon ain't throwing fucking 10 for 33, 3 interceptions, is he? Blake Bortles, a fucking rookie, put up way better numbers than that Andy Dalton. It's over. You're done. You're D-O-N-E done. If it was up to me, you wouldn't start another game. This would be it. Done. I'd release you tomorrow. And I'd throw in A.J. McCarron, or maybe throw the veteran Jason Campbell in to give A.J. McCarron. A.J. McCarron deserves a shot at this point. You're not going to sit here and tell me. I mean, even you Andy Dalton nut huggers, you are not going to fucking sit here and tell me that Jason Campbell or A.J. McCarron would have done worse than Andy Dalton tonight. There's no fucking way. There is absolutely no fucking way they would have done worse than that. 10 for 33, 86 yards, and 3 interceptions. And this is the guy that you think is worth $100 million, Mike Brown. This is the guy, Andy Dalton nut huggers, that you think is the future for this team with them numbers? Are you kidding me? It's a joke. This team is a goddamn disgrace. This team is a fucking disgrace. It's been like this with this organization for a long time. And like I said, I'm getting a little heated now, but I couldn't make a video earlier. Believe me, because I was going to scream and cuss everything. Well, I'm cussing either way. But I was going to scream, wish horrible things on Andy Dalton, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I came right out and said right away, as a person, I don't judge him. But as a professional standpoint, you're not a starting quarterback, Andy Dalton. There's no way. And you're not going to convince me otherwise until you're holding the Lombardi trophy in your hand. You're not going to fucking convince me at all. Andy Dalton is garbage, and he's been garbage ever since we got him. He's regressed every fucking year. His rookie year, that's to be expected. He's a rookie. But you know what's funny about that? That was the same year he threw the least amount of interceptions in his career so far at Cincinnati. This year, he's 8-9. 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. And this guy's worth $100 million. Does Aaron Rodgers put up them kind of numbers? Does Tony Romo, as much as everybody wants to fucking bash him, do you see him out there putting up them kind of numbers Andy Dalton does? And he's getting paid just as much as them guys are. It's a fucking joke, and I'm sick of it. Somebody needs to call this fucking piece of shit organization out. Because everybody wants to tiptoe around it and be all nicey. No, bullshit. We got too much fucking talent to waste. Our defense is banged up, I'll give you that. Guys like A.J. Green, yeah, they come out and say we had a bad game, Andy Dalton tried his best. But you know what? Because they're on fucking camera, people! They're on camera! Do you honestly think they're going to get on camera and say Andy Dalton sucks? Pull the fucking cameras away once and ask how they really feel. I guarantee you at this point after tonight, 9 out of 10 of them fuckers want Andy Dalton gone. They won't say it on camera, but I guarantee you deep down that's what they're thinking. And I guarantee you, if you had the opportunity to ask them that outside of the fucking cameras, they would tell me the exact same thing I'm saying. We deserve better than this. Our fans, we deserve better than this. This is a fucking joke. It's hard to believe we were the only undefeated team at one point in the season. Really? We're acting like the only winless team. We're acting like the Oakland Raiders. And I got news for you. Derek Carr's got better fucking numbers than Dalton does. I'm going to stop right there. You know how I feel. It's the same shit I've been saying for the last 2 years. He needs to fucking go. It's done. It's over. The experiment is over. Shit can Dalton now. While we still have a young team, I demand it. Start A.J. McCarron next week.